Hey everybody, welcome back to another thoroughly miserable day in the Arizona desert. It is September 16th, it is 10:30 in the morning, and it is already about 96 degrees out, headed for probably 103, 104 again in another hour or two or three. And I've been putting off working on this for about as long as I can, but hey, you know what? I tell myself, look on the bright side. At least I'm not up on somebody's roof replacing shingles. So anyway, I'm having a couple of problems with this. One of them is it's cutting out a lot. If I grab this wiring harness down here, this one down here, where did it go? If I grab onto this wiring harness down here while it's running and shake it, the engine will cut in and out. But I don't know that I'm gonna be stripping that out of there today. I'm gonna just try and get it into a position where that's not happening, and we will let it go until hopefully it cools down. Since it cuts out, I'm suspecting it's something to do that goes to the coil or the distributor, but I won't know until I get it all tore apart. But here's something else I need to deal with, and I'm going to do that today, and that's specifically this battery terminal, but really both of them. This one's now broken all the way through, and it is not reliably holding the terminal on. I know you're going to tell me to replace the cables and everything. Factory cables are no longer available for it. Yes, I should probably build my own. No, I'm not going to do it while it's this hot out. So I'm just going to replace the terminal ends. Also, you'll note the state of my battery is now under 60%. The meter on the dash, the part of the meter that goes with this unit here, this Ancel battery monitor, and I'll put a link to my review of that below. The meter part of it inside is telling me that I'm at like 56% battery health, and that is pretty much common for around here. This battery, this is its third summer, and I don't care what you pay for a battery here. On the first cold day after the third summer, they die and they cannot be revived. I've tried everything from, pulse battery chargers to welders and you name it. On that first cold day after the third summer, they're dead. So I'm going to replace these terminals. Now, the first thing I did is I bought a set of these. Now, I put these on the CJ7, and to be honest with you, I really like them, but the only way, and these both have these double 4-gauge cables on each one. The only way I'm going to get that in is either try and force it both under the center, or put a ring terminal on one and put it under one of those bolts. And that's what I was going to do. I mean, I've got the tools to do that, but then I got to thinking, surely there's some battery terminal meant for those types of cables. And I got back on Amazon and I found these. See if I can get the box open. There we go. These, oops, still in the bag. See if I can get it out of the bag to show you. These, they have a nice plastic cover. These have dual anywhere from 0 to 4 gauge on the end, and then they have two for smaller, like 10 gauge wires. And they seem pretty nice. I mean, most of the reviews are good. Some of the reviewers say they broke immediately upon trying to tighten them, but you know how some people are. They may have just fucked up. So I'm going to try these. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these off, get rid of these terminals, strip these back, and see if I can put these on. Okay, I have all of these stripped back. I'm not too thrilled about how much corrosion I found in the ground clamps or the ground cables. The positives are in somewhat better condition, but boy, let me tell you, they are none too long, but they're long enough. To cut these, I cut them off using a pair of bolt cutters, and then I used this as a stripper. This came in the iWis kit. These make very short work of stripping large battery cables and other electrical cables. So let's get these on. Let's see how they work. All right, there is the positive clamp done, and I'll be honest with you, that was every bit as stupidly easy as it looked like it was going to be and that I was hoping it was. I had no issues whatsoever. Just went on and tightened and worked. Let's do the negative. Okay, I have those on, plastic covers on, pretty good. I'll be back to talk to you about them in a minute, but let me demonstrate my other problem to you. Right here. See, all I have to do is wiggle these wires and I can make the engine quit. and haven't really determined which one it is yet, but it is absolutely in this loom right in here. Anyway, gonna have to deal with that when the weather cools off a little bit, but for right now, let me shut it off. We'll talk about these things. All right, so this is all back together. The plastic covers are on. The only really issue I had with it was when I went to put the spade connector under here and tightened it. I tightened this down, it spun the spade connector. The spade connector hit the battery and it broke the connector. And I was going to put another connector on, and I even brought out the iWis crimper and the iWis heat shrink connectors, and I thought, why not just use these things back here? So that's what I did. I just cut them off, stripped them back, and I used the center ones that are meant for, you know, like 8th gauge wire, something like that. And you know what, this isn't critical, so I'm not that concerned about it. These little plastic covers fit really snugly. How long they're going to last in the heat in Arizona after a couple of removals and replacements, I don't know, but we might find that out. Anyway, I'll put a link to everything below, as well as some of my other favorite stuff. I appreciate y'all watching this and using my links, and we will be back to tackle that wiring as soon as the temperature stays below 100. Anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.